Imagine being a teenage boy taking care of your sick mother, your 98-year-old grandmother, and your aunt with Down syndrome. For Michael, this childhood was a reality. Between having family members with health issues and responsibilities he faced of taking care of them at such a young age, these combined stresses were impacting him in a negative way.
Basically, the overwhelm was from not being able to be a kid, just hang out with my friends.
He began experiencing extreme anxiety and anger, missing school, and hearing and seeing hallucinations. Michael's self-esteem was also at a low point, as he even threatened suicide.
They used to call me constantly do things each at the same time. It did get a bit overwhelming at times that I didn't know what to do, and then that's when I started thinking about going suicidal.
As a result of all this, the family took action and sent Michael to Bergen Regional. Through the referral, they were able to connect Michael with Bergen's Promise.
And we met the team, and they were all wonderful, but the care manager was just absolutely spectacular. He came into our lives and impacted us in such a positive way because he was so willing to extend himself even beyond the needs of Michael to address the needs of the whole family. And while I'm sure that was not his job requirement, he took it upon himself to reach out and find resources for us, and he was just exceptionally helpful.
Michael's care manager, Ryan, helped surround Michael with supports by applying the wraparound approach to care. This approach, the core philosophy of Bergen's Promise, creates a support team from all elements of a child's life that includes in-home and community-based resources. For Michael, his child and family team started with his guardian Gwen, his mother Veronica, 3 school teachers, his intensive in-community therapist, and Ryan. Together, this team worked to establish individualized and strength-based goals for Michael. At the heart of the team, Michael was involved in the decision-making every step of the way. Each person within the team played an impactful role.
They attempted to make the whole family understand everyone's contribution to the problem, because it was not just Michael's problem alone. It was a family problem. And in making everyone see their contribution, folk were better able to adjust their personal behavior to allow him more personal freedom and more personal time.
Ryan connected Michael and his family with an intensive in-community therapist to address his goal of creating positive self-esteem. The IIC therapist worked with Michael to help process any emotional and behavioral stresses. He worked with the family to build a solid, supportive foundation where everyone's needs were met to the best possible ability. Ryan also provided options of parenting classes for Mom. This was a good source to help her relieve Michael of some of his caretaking responsibilities so he could just be a kid, and strengthen her relationship with him as well. Mom was also active in ensuring that any applied service was carried out. Michael's care manager was always active in researching and discussing options for him.
Once I really got to know Ryan, I think everybody, I really felt confident. And like, okay, I can do this, nothing can stop me. My life is my own.
One of Michael's goals was to relieve his anxiety and properly channel his anger. Ryan connected him with the Hackensack Police Athletic League, where he was active in karate. Through this exercise and training program, Michael learned self-control and respect for himself and others.
Bergen's Promise, the case manager, even facilitated a bus pass so that Michael would be able, and furthermore, went with Michael because at that point, Michael had never even taken a bus by himself. So his care manager went with him and made sure that he was comfortable traveling by himself because, as his care manager pointed out, he was old enough to do things.
Gwen took the role of the family contact that supported Mom to ensure she was participating in parenting classes. She also co-facilitated contact with strategic programs for Michael. There were also 3 teachers that participated in visiting Michael at Bergen Regional. One of Michael's goals was to improve his participation in school. They were constantly active and supportive of Michael and would inform the care manager if Michael wasn't showing up to school.
When he first arrived, he had some serious problems with anger management. So he has made tremendous strides.
Once he saw that he had people to back him up, and that he could rely on people to help him, he was able to grow from that.
He takes a lot of pride in the things that he does. He's also a great mentor for the younger ones. He's usually helping out in everything that he can.
His attitude is one which draws the younger kids to him. They'll run to him, they'll take his hand, they'll hug him. He mentors one of them in a small group. They just have the sense that he's very kind and loving.
Directly to Michael, I would say, I know your struggles, I know how far you've come, and I am just so very proud of you.
By the time Michael graduated from Bergen's Promise, he had dramatically increased control over his anger with no reports of physical outbursts. At school, he was attending class regularly with no behavior concerns and improving grades. The flow of communication within the family also improved, as Michael discusses his behavior with his family and is able to show insight, remorse, and desire to change.
Michael got a friend and I got a friend. We got a support system. We got resources. We just got so much from them, and I often felt that we didn't give back what we got because there's always a note due, and they never asked for anything. They seemed so happy with our success, and that made our success just even more rewarding and even more valuable.
We checked in with Michael 2 years after his graduation from Bergen's Promise. We surprised him and his family by reuniting him with Ryan.
Hi, stranger. How you Mike! Oh my god. How you been, buddy?
Good, how you been?
I've been good. So great to see you. Hey.
Michael was not only able to sustain the skills he learned from his time at Bergen's Promise, but he was able to improve upon them and share them.
It was such a blessing, and as I said, the many wonderful positive things that he did for us. I can't say enough to you about how, well, I suppose you could tell by my reaction.
We've learned Michael has also paid forward the help he was given by becoming a positive influence in the community. He currently works at 6 internships that include a grocery store, pet store, and restaurant. He is also working towards becoming a camp counselor and mentors kids both older and younger than him.
Michael has blossomed into almost a mentor for his co-workers that come in and set up the rooms for the staff. He is a go-to guy. They follow Michael's example. Michael is so gentle and so caring and so focused on what he's doing it correctly, that kids will look to him for direction. His world could be in a volunteer setting that would show other people that it can be done. It can absolutely be done. Look at me. I've done it. There is no better teacher than the student that learned, and he learned.
I'm glad that you still have those skills to be like, okay, if I don't do it now, I can get something better later.
In school, I'm mentoring kids too. I'm mentoring them how to do the exact thing.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Love
it. How could you not?
So as I said, we're forward thinking. There's a new program at Bergen Community that we're going to try to involve him in. They actually have a college program for students with special needs. And we're looking into that. So everything is, we keep pushing forward and keep looking for the positive.
In addition, Michael also went to prom, is active in playing basketball, and has taken up art projects, one which got displayed at the local JCC. Bergen's Promise aspires to keep healthy families safe at home. A helping hand is always near to help our youth overcome their challenges.
I just feel that the impact that Bergen's Promise had on our family was so positive and so overwhelming. It put us on a completely different track.
Thank Bergen Promise from the bottom of my heart. Everything, yeah. The organization has done for me.